their inauguration at the state PDP Secretariat. Perebutu reports.
Sir Oyeme said for the party to remain strong and make meaningful impact during elections, members of the executive must be focused and united. The deputy governor urged them to use their position to woo more people to join the party, noting that the party was accommodating and had room for more members. While congratulating members of the new executive on their successful election and inauguration, Sir Oyeme advised them to work closely with political appointees from the area went wrong, which affected the unity of the party in the area and eventually led to some persons leaving the PDP. Sir Oyeme urged the new party executive to reach out to those who left in order to bring them back, adding that there was strength in unity. The deputy governor charged the Undokwa West PDP executive to carry party members and stakeholders along and move the party government area. Chief Anselm Nzete said the visit was to pledge their loyalty to the deputy governor, Sir Monday Oyeme, who is the leader of the party in the area. Chief Nzete promised to do his best to build upon and surpass GOM Treasurer, Grace Iguala, Assistant Secretary A, Auditor, Isama Richard, Legal Advisor, Gladys Obi, Woman Leader, and Ifeanyi Eze, Youth Leader. The ex-official members are Clementina Oyedu, Kingsley Omenago, Mercy Nzete, Wilson Chibogu, and Victoria O. I am Pere Botu reporting.
The Federal Ministry of Works has introduced new policies aimed at transforming road construction in Nigeria. The policies unveiled by the Minister of Works, Senator David Umahi, are designed to address the poor pace of work and improve the service life of federal roads. According to a statement by the Special Advisor to the Minister on Media, Mr. Uchenna Orji, the new policies include the introduction of rigid pavements, reduction of claims for variation of price by contractors, removal of consumer price index from contracts, and introduction of uniform pricing in each zone. Other policies introduced by the ministry include enhanced supervision of ongoing projects, introduction of whistleblowing on bad jobs, prioritization of projects within economic corridors, and completion of one carriageway before commencing the second carriageway for dualized roads. The ministry has also engaged with the Ministry of Steel Development for the revitalization of the Ajaokuta Steel Company, established the Renewed Hope Infrastructure Development Fund, and commenced the second phase of the Highway Development Management Initiative. The policies, according to the ministry, are designed to ensure value for money spent on projects, improve the quality of roads, and enhance economic growth. The ministry urged stakeholders to read the policies and view the video on the systematic and strategic actions that have made a difference in the road sector. The federal government has put measures in place to revamp abandoned water projects across the country to ensure availability of potable water for citizens. Minister of State for Water Resources and Sanitation, Mr. Joseph Use, said this at the end of a two-day inspection of water projects in Osun State. The minister was at the Ilesha Water Dam in Kajola and the Ife Water Dam in Ogudu. Accompanied by the Osun State Commissioner for Water Resources, Mr. Sunday Oromni, the minister said that ongoing water projects would be completed. Speaking with newsmen at the Ilesha Dam, Mr. Ose said he was on a three-day inspection tour of water project sites across the southwest states. He said he would devise means to ensure that Nigerians get value for money on all the projects under the ministry. The federal government has given approval to issued by schools in Benin Republic and Togo, currently being paraded by Nigerians. Mr. Tahir Maman, the committee had to take some major decisions as some staff members and those affected faced disciplinary measures. Mr. Maman berated some parents for taking their wards to such institutions, noting that Nigerian authorities would not recognize such qualifications. The federal government has directed states to set up their various emergency and response teams, capabilities, and action plans with the support of the Nigerian Center for Disease Control (NCDC) to contain the spread of Mpox in the country. This comes as the number of confirmed cases has risen to 40 out of the 830 suspected cases recorded so far. The Director General of the NCDC, Dr. Jide Idris, speaking at the joint NCDC and the World Health Organization (WHO) National Mpox briefing with stakeholders and partners meeting in Abuja, said the NCDC had already met with state governors and their various health commissioners on the need for the centers. Dr. Idris noted that the NCDC was enhancing its public awareness drive so that people could know what was expected of them to be safe. He said there were challenges of reporting confirmed cases from states, largely due to stigma associated with the disease. The country's representative of the WHO, Dr. Walter Malombo, acknowledged the huge demand for Mpox vaccine in the country, saying, however, that the number of vaccines available was not enough. According to him, the capacity of the current manufacturer cannot meet the global demand unless some kind of intervention was provided. He tasked Nigeria to increase the number of laboratories to boost case detection in the country. Meanwhile, the United States government has disclosed plans to send doses of Mpox vaccines to Nigeria. The Nigerian Railway Corporation (NRC) has expressed concern over the rate of vandalism and theft of its infrastructure across the country. The managing director of the corporation, Mr. Freeborn Okiri, said this during a visit to the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps (NSCDC) headquarters in Abuja. Mr. Okiri commended the NSCDC for its unwavering efforts in protecting critical national assets and infrastructure, which had over the years led to the arrest of railway sleepers thieves. He said that despite the NSCDC efforts to salvage the NRC from economic saboteurs, the corporation still suffered losses through vandalism of its installations across the country. The NRC boss said all hands must be on deck to confront the disturbing trend, which he described as an organized conspiracy to commit economic sabotage. He called for a stronger synergy amongst critical stakeholders and security agencies to bring perpetrators and sponsors of vandals to book. Mr. Okiri urged Nigerians to provide information that would lead to the arrest of suspects so that infrastructure meant to meet the public needs would be secured. The NSCDC Commandant General, Mr. Ahmed Aoudi, in his remarks, disclosed that more than 20 trailers conveying vandalized railway sleepers had been impounded by the Corps. Mr. Aoudi expressed readiness to work harder to curtail the acts while decrying the slow pace encountered in the course of prosecution of suspects. He said that the NSCDC would strengthen its disciplinary mechanism and sanction any personnel found sabotaging the concerted effort. Chairman of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, Brigadier General Buba Marwa, retired, has emphasized the importance of unity and patriotism in achieving Nigeria's greatness. General Marwa made a call in a keynote address on the 40th anniversary and reunion of the Nigerian Military School 1984 set and 32nd Passing Out Platoon Association, which held in Abuja. The NDLEA boss congratulated the 1984 set on their achievements, noting that their success was a testament to the quality of training they received at the Nigerian Military School. General Marwa stressed that the school was a microcosm of Nigeria, where brotherhood, unity, and love of country were instilled in its students. He expressed concern over the challenges facing the country, including ethnic and religious divisions, urging Nigerians to remain committed to a united Nigeria. General Marwa called on the NMS alumni to continue to be good ambassadors of the institution and to uphold its motto of discipline, knowledge, and patriotism. He encouraged the NMS alumni to continue to provide leadership and be positive influence in their communities, even as he stressed the importance of passing on the values of the NMS to younger generations. The association's president, Dr. Augustine Benit, commended the special guest of honor, General Marwa, for honoring the invitation to attend the 40th anniversary celebration of the association, adding that General Marwa's leadership qualities were a shining example of discipline and patriotism. Dr. Benit noted that the theme of the anniversary and reunion, leveraging on Nigeria's diversity for inclusive nation building, pathway to leadership, stability, and prosperity, reflected the association's desire to find solutions to some of the challenges facing the country. The police in Benue State has announced the release of 20 students of the University of Maiduguri and University of Jos kidnapped by gunmen on August 15. The state's police public relations officer, Mr. Suwese Anene, confirmed the development in Makurdi. Recall that the students who were traveling to Enugu for their annual Federation of Catholic Medical and Dental Students Convention were abducted in Otupo. Also kidnapped was a house officer who accompanied them on the journey. Mr. Nene Hadrina of Police, Mr. Olukayode Egbetokun, deployed a tactical squad to Benue State and ordered the Commissioner of Police in Benue to relocate to Otupo. It was gathered that a combined team of security operatives coordinated by the Office of the National Security Advisor carried out the operation that secured the freedom for the abducted students. Meanwhile, the force headquarters has confirmed the rescue of the 20 medical students and others kidnapped in Benue State a week ago who were on their way to Enugu State for a program. The Force Public Relations Officer, Mr. Muiwa Adijobi, in a statement titled Release of 20 Medical Students and Others, said no ransom was paid to any bandit or terrorist for the rescue, as it was strictly a security operation conducted under the supervision of the Office of the National Security Advisor. Recall that the medical students were kidnapped along the Otupo-Enugu Federal Highway in Otupo local government area of Benue State on their way to Enugu State to attend a conference. It was gathered that the security operation coordinated by ONSA comprised security agencies of the police, DSS, and military personnel. The operation, which also included local vigilantes, was supported by the Benue State government.
A manhunt is underway after 3 people were killed and 8 others injured in a knife attack in western German city of Solingen. According to a German media report, the attack happened during a festival in the city center yesterday evening. 5 of those injured are in critical condition. Today, police said they are still looking for the attacker, with national security forces deployed to the scene. They gave no details of a motive. The man reportedly stabbed passersby at random when the industrial city was celebrating 650 years since it was founded. The attacker is believed to have deliberately stabbed his victim in the neck, according to local media reports. Germany's Chancellor Olaf Scholz today said the assailant must be caught quickly and punished to fullest extent of the law. Interior Minister Nancy Faeser expressed her condolences, saying security authorities are doing everything they could to catch perpetrator and determine background of the attack. Solingen, a city in North Rhineland-Westphalia, famous for its tea industry, has about 160 inhabitants. It lies about 15 miles east of Düsseldorf and northeast of Cologne. A major player on South Africa's political landscape for more than a decade, the Economic Freedom Fighters (EFF) has been shaken to the core following the defection of its deputy leader, Floyd Shivambu, to former President Jacob Zuma's fledgling party, Konto Sikwe MK, or Spear of the Nation. Mr. Shivambu was seen as the EFF's ideological guru, while party leader Julius Malema assumed the mantle of Commander-in-Chief or Screamer-in-Chief, as his critics dubbed him, with his fiery rhetoric demanding the nationalization of whites-owned land and mines and the decolonization of education. The duo seemed to be a winning team, with the EFF gaining the support of South Africa's burgeoning youth population, frustrated with the slow pace of political and economic reforms since the end of the racist system of apartheid in 1995. But the EFF suffered a major setback in May general election when, instead of achieving its goal of rising from the country's third biggest party to second, it dropped to fourth. MK proved to be its political nemesis, just as it was for the governing African National Congress (ANC), by gaining votes from both parties to snatch third place in the first election it contested.
Let's join our business news desk for happenings in the business sector.
The president of the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Association of Nigeria, Mr. Festus Osifo, has identified reasons for persisting queues in filling stations across the country. Speaking at the ongoing 2024 Pegasus Energy and Labour Summit in Abuja on Thursday, Mr. Osifo identified weak and outdated distribution chains as a reason for the queues. According to him, the distribution chain is weak in the downstream sector of the oil and gas industry, causing queues in most of the stations. He said even if the problem is fixed today, It will resurface tomorrow. The rising cost of living has pushed Nigerians to borrow about 4.82 trillion naira from banks between January and March this year. Consumer credit outstanding in Nigeria surged by 268.9% to 8.24 trillion naira at the end of March 2024 from 3.42 trillion naira in December 2023, reflecting the severe financial strain on Nigerians due to escalating inflation. This is according to the first quarter 2024 economic report published by the Central Bank of Nigeria. The Lagos State government has announced a 5-more traffic diversion plan from August 26, 2024 to January 31, 2025 as part of its ongoing effort to reconstruct Lagos-Badagry Expressway. The plan involves strategic diversions implemented in phases to minimize inconvenience for motorists while the extensive roadwork is carried out. This phased approach is designed to ensure that the reconstruction progresses smoothly while minimizing disruption to traffic flow along this vital transportation corridor. This announcement was made through an official statement on the X handle of the Lagos State government.
Brighton have defeated Manchester United in today's early kickoff of the 2024-2025 English Premiership. The hosts had thrashed Everton 3-0 in Fabian Hosler's first game in charge of the team. Against the Red Devils, they took the lead through Danny Welbeck. The former United man ghosted into the box to slide home Katoru Mitoma's low cross. Amad Diallo leveled for Eric Ten Hag's men, who saw a goal disallowed after Joshua Zirkzee touched Alejandro Garnacho's finish. Juan Pedro then headed in the winner in added time as the Seagulls maintained their top spot on the table. Coach Samson Siasia has expressed his desire to manage the Super Eagles again, as the Nigerian Football Federation (NFF) is set to appoint a new head coach for the Super Eagles 2 months after former international winger Finidi George left the post. Coach Siasia is free to return to the dugout after serving a 5-year ban for match fixing. The former Nantes of France striker stated that he is open to managing the Nigerian national team again. Siasia had managed the Super Eagles twice in the past. The 55-year-old succeeded Swedish Lars Lagerbäck in November 2010 but was fired in October 2011 after failing to take the team to the 2012 Africa Cup of Nations AFCON in Gabon and Equatorial Guinea. He had a brief stint with the team again in 2016 after the resignation of Sunday Oliseh. Edo Queens have secured a spot in the CAF Women's Champions League after a resounding 3-0 victory over Benin Republic's Ainovi FC in the final of the WAFU B Women's Championship in Abidjan yesterday. The Nigerian champions capped a flawless campaign with the dominant win, showcasing their superiority throughout the regional qualifiers. Their journey to the title began with an emphatic 5-0 demolition of AS Garda of Niger, followed by a convincing 3-0 triumph over Ghana's Hasakas ladies. In a closely contested clash, they edged Burkina Faso's Omni Intesi 1-0, proving their ability to win even under pressure. In the semi-finals, Edo Queens faced a tough challenge against Ivory Coast Inter de Abidjan, but their resilience and tactical discipline saw them secure a 2-1 victory, setting the stage for the decisive final. Edo Queens' triumph not only secures their place in the prestigious continental competition, but also highlights the growing strength of Nigerian women's football. As they prepare to take on Africa's best in the CAF Women's Champions League, their success serves as a source of pride for their supporters and the entire nation. Next, from your leadership position, so that when tables turn, karma would be kind to you. To end the news, here again are the main points. The State Deputy Governor, Samonde Oyeme, has advised the newly sworn-in executive of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Ndukwa West, to sustain the unity of the party for it to make meaningful impact in the local government area. The federal government has directed states to set up their various emergency and response teams, capabilities, and action plans with the support of the Nigerian Center for Disease Control, NCDC, to contain the spread of Mpox in the country. The police command in Benue State has announced the release of 20 students of the University of Maiduguri and University of Jos kidnapped by gunmen